Now that was unexpected. All of a sudden, instead of Canelo Alvarez fighting Jermall Charlo, we're getting Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. What a twist that I don't think anyone really saw coming, but I'm not mad at, and I don't think a lot of people are mad at either. This is an incredible fight, undisputed versus undisputed. I'm honestly speechless because I did not see this coming in the slightest. And now we're going to get a great fight come September 30th. If you didn't know, Canelo Alvarez and Jermall Charlo seemed to be in talks for a fight. It looked like maybe September 16th, somewhere around September, we're going to get Jermall Charlo. That's the Charlo twin that's at 160, hasn't fought in 2 years. We're going to get him back in the ring against Canelo. We got that all flipped upside down today as the announcement was made. Jermell Charlo, the 154-pound undisputed champion, is instead getting the fight against Canelo September 30th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Something nobody saw. Nobody saw coming. Everyone was really pumped for the Jermall fight because a fight that, while you see Canelo winning, it was still going to be a great fight and a step up in competition from what Canelo's fought in his previous 2 fights. Kind of makes sense now why Jermall Charlo was on Instagram Live with Demetrius Andrade, kind of talking about, hey, let's make a fight. That was during when the rumors were, oh, he's fighting Canelo. People were wondering, why is he trying to make a fight? Makes sense now. So let's take it back a little bit. If you didn't know, Canelo signed a 3-fight deal with PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, aka what Gervonta Davis is signed to, Earl Spence, was being broadcast on Showtime. He was a free agent signed to him. Personally, the 3 fights that I thought on the docket were going to be Jermall Charlo first, that would be in September, David Benavidez next year, early next year, Earl Spence later next year. While, of course, the latter 2 still are in play, I did not see Jermell Charlo coming, mainly because, 1, he's 2 weight classes below Canelo, and I was anticipating a really good fight for Undisputed at 154 in Tim Tszyu versus Jermell Charlo. That's the small part of me. I'm kind of angry we're not going to get that fight. Hopefully that's down the road a little bit, but that was going to be a great fight, especially after what Tim Tszyu just did earlier this month, knocking out Ocampo in the first round. But either way, I'm not mad. This is going to be an incredible fight. Charlo, we don't know the weight as of yet, so we don't know how far up Charlo's going. But if you don't think Jermell Charlo thinks he can win this fight, you're insane. Jermell Charlo thinks he can beat anyone in the world, I guarantee you. He has no respect for Canelo. He's said it multiple times over there. He's talked about he wants this fight. He wants to fight Canelo. He thinks he can beat Canelo. He's going to get his chance on September 30th. So this is the first fight in Canelo's 3-fight deal. Still, the fight we all want to see is him versus David Benavidez. Hopefully that comes next, but all the respect to Canelo for taking this fight. I know some people are saying, oh, he's fighting the smaller twin. Well, if he was fighting the older twin, you'd say, oh, he's been inactive for 2 years. So that's just the people trying to hate. Canelo decided, hey, I think Canelo's heard everything people have been saying about him. He's not fighting good competition. He's not the face of boxing anymore. I really think people asking him about his last fight in May, hey, is Tank Davis the face of boxing? I think that kind of irked Canelo a little bit. I think because he said, no, he can't be the face. I do this every time. I sell out arenas. I do crazy numbers every time. He's done it once. He's done good numbers before, but he's done one crazy number once. How can he be the face of boxing, right? I think that kind of irked him. And he's seen what everybody's said. He's tweeted off stuff saying Canelo versus the world, it looks like, and different things saying, yeah, I've seen what you're saying. Just wait. He signs that 3-fight deal with PBC. We're all wanting the Benavidez fight to happen. That wasn't going to be the first fight. It just wasn't. But the Jermall Charlo fight, hey man, that's a fight we all wanted. And while, of course, we want Jermall Charlo to be back active and, of course, back healthy, physically, mentally, everything for Jermall Charlo, that was going to be a great fight. Because no matter what, Jermall Charlo was coming to fight and coming to try and destroy Canelo. But now we get his twin brother, Jermell Charlo, 154 undisputed champion versus 168 champion Canelo Alvarez. Man, every time it seems like boxing might have a little bit of a lull, they come back with something more fire. Getting this, I believe this is the first time 2 undisputed champions are facing each other. You know, currently undisputed champions in different weight classes are facing each other. We are in for a treat. This, honestly, just the shock of Jermell Charlo being the twin to get the fight. I'm still shocked about But man, I can't wait for September 30th. This is going to be insane. This is going to be so good. And yeah, we'll have more coverage, of course. We don't know the weight. We don't know all the details. We do know September 30th in Las Vegas. Yeah, when I saw the announcement, I saw Jermell Charlo post it. And I had to do a double take. I was like, because it said Undisputed versus Undisputed. I was like, Jermall Charlo isn't Undisputed. And then I looked, I was like, this is Jermell. He's fighting Jermell. So a shock, a surprise that the boxing community, no one saw coming. But I don't think anyone's really mad about it. One heck of a fight, September 30th in Las Vegas. And make sure you subscribe to the Never Drop podcast because I'm going to have all the coverage for this fight, whether that be talking about what weight it's going to be, breakdown of the fighters, preview of the fight, recap of the fight. I got it all right here on the Never Drop podcast. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube, the Never Drop podcast. Click the subscribe button. If you want to follow me for podcasts, go do it. The Never Drop podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast, all the streaming services. Make sure you follow. And yeah, man, this is going to be one heck of a fight. Stay tuned in. We're going to have complete coverage over this. I'm excited, man. That's all I got for you today. I appreciate you. Peace. I'm out.